Jalaktra, reporting to you live from my home state of Kuwait. It's August 3rd, 1990, and yesterday morning at 2 o'clock, Iraq launched an invasion on the city of Kuwait. They launched an invasion on Kuwait with 4 elite Iraqi Guard divisions. The main thrust was conducted by commandos, or elite soldiers specializing in amphibious landings, parachuting, and abseiling. They were deployed here on boats and helicopters to launch an attack on Kuwait City. Some other divisions seized 2 air bases and the airport. Oh my god, there's a commando right now. Looks like he just parachuted out of a helicopter. Iraq wrongly accused Kuwait of stealing their petroleum through slant drilling. Iraqi sources stated that Saddam Hussein wanted to launch an attack on Kuwait months before the actual attack that took place yesterday. The invasion was getting a little chaotic, so I had to come inside to avoid any distractions to my news report. In my opinion, I don't know how Iraq plans on winning this war when they owe us $80 billion due to debt from the Iraq-Iran war. Iraq thought that their Iraq-Iran war was helping the Arab population because it was preventing the rise of Persian influence in the Arab world. But no, Kuwait isn't going to pardon $80 billion in war debt that Iraq owes us. They borrowed the $80 billion from us for the Iraq-Iran war because we were allies with them. Even though it did create a strong relationship between our two nations, they were ended quickly because of the economic and diplomatic reasonings and difference between our two nations. That is why there's an invasion taking place right now. The invasion took place yesterday, and we have already lost half of the Kuwait armed forces because they were overrun by the Iraq Republic Guard, or some of them have escaped to a neighboring Saudi Arabia and Bahrain. Back to the topic of slant drilling. Iraq has stated that Kuwait has been slant drilling over the international border into Rumalia Field in Iraq. And in 1989, Iraq accused Kuwait of using advanced drilling techniques to exploit oil from Rumalia Field. It's ironic how only weeks before this invasion that took place yesterday, OPEC officials said that Kuwait and the United Arab Emirates had agreed to a proposal to limit the daily oil output to 1.5 million barrels. This should have settled the differences over oil policy between Iraq and Kuwait, but apparently it didn't. In fact, during the time that policy was being settled, Iraq was already sending over 100,000 troops. Hello, ma'am. Were you at the airport during the time of the Iraqi invasion?
Yeah.
Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
No.
Okay, thank you. What was the atmosphere like at the airport?
It was very chaotic.
Why? What was happening?
Armed Iraqi commandos were parachuting out of a helicopter, and it was very crazy, and I was very nervous because I didn't know what was happening.
Why do you think they're doing this?
They're just mad because we won't pardon their war debt.
I agree. The invasion is still taking place. Pretty bad. Yep, hear that? Until this invasion is over, I suggest we all stay safe, and hopefully we win this Kuwait-Iraq war, as some are calling it. Once again, I am Stephanie Jalakta, here with breaking news. But not anymore.